Hello everyone, very different video than usual today, because I feel like I'm going insane. I recently finished chapters 3 and 4 of Deltarune, and I have so many questions, because everything I thought was right is wrong, and everything that I thought was wrong is right, and I feel like I've been hitting my head into a brick wall for several days at this point. So let's start small. Why the fuck does Asgore have a black shard? Why does he have it? Is it a realm crystal or is it a black shard? Because our dear friend Toby Fox decided to make those two fully different things. So does that mean Asgore somehow fought and beat the knight in the past?
Stop! Listen to me. Just listen.
Are you crazy?
And tried to tell everyone and then no one believed him? Or did he just get a fucking realm crystal from the knight or some shit, meaning he went to a fucking dark world? And what's going on with the board in his flower shop? What is he trying to solve? Who's he trying to find? Is he trying to find December? Is he trying to find the knight? Is it fucking both? And then who the fuck is the knight to begin with? Because you could say it's Carol, and oh, she has the sword and the horns, and the theme of the night has fucking December's theme in it. So it would make that familial connection that a lot of themes have. But no! Toby Fox just had to give the knight a bat at the beginning of the fight. Because, you know, it would be too simple. It would be too easy to solve that the knight just summoned a fucking sword to begin with. Instead, no, it summoned something that only has a connection to December. And on top of that, what if it's December? What if she's the knight? I mean, Black Knife has fucking Your Greatest Nightmare in it. And she has Asgore's clothes in her closet because they were fucking friends growing up. Maybe she went missing in the shelter, which would explain why Kris is scared of the shelter. Then why did the shelter door open for them at the end? Does it mean Kris has been working with the knight the whole time and has been opening dark worlds at their command? I mean, it would explain the voice on the phone, right? It's Carol. She calls Kris on the weird route and is the one to appear when Kris calls because Susie got the guitar. But what if Carol isn't the knight? What if it's December? Or someone else? Why the fuck would they open the door? Is it multiple knights? Maybe it's just many versions of the same knight. Is the knight like a revived, fucked up version of December like Ralsei talked about? And every single dark fountain is an attempt to bring December back properly, and that's why all the locations of the dark fountains are places that December would hold close to her heart, like the school she went to growing up, and the church she goes to, and her best friend's home. And why does Ralsei know so much? Okay, Ralsei somehow knows who Asriel is, and like, yeah, we've seen that before with Darkners like Tenna, but that means he has to be an object that was around Asriel and Kris a lot to have seen Asriel's face enough to know it off the top of his head. Not to mention, he also is in every dark world Susie and Kris enter, meaning he has to be an item they bring with them. So most likely he's the knight, or maybe Asriel's old clothes Kris is wearing. However, why does he look like Asriel? Like, not a single Darkner looks anything like a Lightner, but then Ralsei comes along and he knows all this stuff and he's existed for so long. Who told you all those things, Ralsei? You don't even know that shit. Someone has to tell you, Ralsei. Now I'm not saying Ralsei is going to be evil or some bullshit like that, but he's hiding a lot of stuff, and it's more than just the truth of the prophecy. I mean, come on. What the fuck is up with the gumball machine? Hate. Let me tell you how much I've come to hate this fucking bullshit gumball machine. Everything about this fucking confuses me. So first, you put in 1,225, and you know, 12th month, 25th day, oh, it's Christmas, December 25th, right? And that raises enough questions as is, and then you walk until you find a smaller gumball machine, right? And then a fucking black triangle falls through your hand, and then your fucking hand disappears or some shit. What the fuck? Is the black triangle supposed to be a shadow crystal? Or maybe it's a black shard. And why does it through your hand? At first I thought, oh, Gaster, because holes in the hands. But then why does your whole hand just disappear? I just have no fucking clue what this represents. Or maybe it is literal, like someone literally losing their own physical body. Maybe this is what happened to December. Maybe this is what she went through when she became the knight. And how does all of this relate to fucking eggs?
Egg.
So first of all, the Eggman talks here in chapter 3 and he's like, oh, this is the only place I can speak and Cinna will be gone too. But that just means they're not Gaster because Gaster can speak in other places. So who the fuck are they? And on top of that, the chapter 4 scene like raises so many more questions because you go to a hospital and it's just like, welcome to a place where we don't kill people. What the fuck? Does that mean like outside Kris is killing people or they have killed people? And then there's a whole sink scene. And the moment I saw this, I'm like, oh, I know that scene. Spoilers for Naruto, I guess, but there's a scene where Kakashi wakes up from a nightmare and he runs to wash his hands off and he goes, it's not coming off because no matter how hard he tries, all of Rin's blood won't get off his hands. And I'm like, that's what Kris is doing right now with the paint, where all of it won't come off. So somehow, some fucking way, Kris at least feels guilty for what happened to December, or they were the literal cause if they didn't unintentionally kill her. And maybe Carol helped cover it up, and maybe Kris's promise was to help bring her back through the dark fountains or something. Oh, but that's not all. No, there's always more, because why on Gaster's Given Light World is there a song called The Place Where It Rained that mirrors Sans's It's Raining Somewhere Else? What does it mean? Is Sans from Deltarune? Maybe that's why he bleeds like Susie does when she smashes the prophecy. But then Papyrus would have to bleed too, but he doesn't bleed when you kill him, meaning that he couldn't be from Deltarune. Not to mention the broken machine and the poorly drawn picture of 3 people, like maybe one of them is this timeline's Toriel. But then like, who the fuck are the other 2? Because the only other people we see Sans interact with are Kris and Susie, and they don't really know each other like that. Why does Papyrus not remember anything that Sans does? I have to know. I have to know.